Hi friends, and welcome to today's class. We'll be doing a short full body flow, so let's go ahead and get into it. When you're ready, meet me in a child's pose. Resting the forehead on the mat, reaching the arms forward. When you arrive in your child's pose, close the eyes and just take a few moments to connect with your breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose or the mouth. Deepening the inhales. Lengthening the exhales. Let's take 3 more intentional breaths before we begin inviting movement into the body. Inviting yourselves to be fully present and to move with intention and awareness. Good. When you're ready, lift the head up and then walk the hands over towards the left. Reach the left hand as far as you can and then lower the forehead onto the mat. Press this left hand a little bit harder into the mat or the floor. Feeling this left side body stretch. One more breath here. And slowly lift the head up and then walk the hands over towards the opposite side, reaching the right hand as far as you can and lowering the forehead onto the floor. Feeling this long line of energy from the right fingertips to the right hip. One more breath here. Good. Slowly lift the head up and then walk the hands back to a child's pose. Prepping for thread the needle. So lift the head up. Thread this left arm under the right palm facing up. Lower the left shoulder, left ear. 2 breaths here. Good. Slowly release your twist. Bring this left hand back to the top of the mat. Thread the right arm under the left, palm facing up. Lower the shoulder, the ear to the mat. 2 breaths. Good. One more breath. And slowly release the right arm. Bring the hand back to the top of the mat. And on the next inhale, ripple forward, making your way up into a tabletop position, stacking the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. Walk the hands towards the top of your mat. And on the next inhale, arch the spine, lift the head, lift the tail. Exhale, pull the belly in, round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Good. Inhale, arch the spine, lift the head, lift the tail. Exhale, pull the belly in, round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Good. Inhale, arching the spine. And this time on the exhale, lower the chest and the forehead to the mat for puppy pose. Pressing the hands firmly into the mat to elevate the elbows, keeping those arms active. One more breath. Good. Slowly begin to press yourself up. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders for tabletop. Good. Extend this left leg back, tuck the toes here. And then lift the left leg up, elevating it to about hip height. Good. On the next inhale, stack the left hip over the right. And on the next exhale, lower the hip to level it out. That's our movement. Inhale, stack the left hip over the right. Exhale to lower it and level it out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. This time bend the left knee and bring the left foot to the outside of the left hand for lizard. From here, let's walk this left foot out to about a 45-degree angle. So we're heel toeing the left foot out and keeping that left knee stacked over the left ankle. Lift yourself up and bring the hands to the hips. Tuck the tail, we'll sit up nice and tall, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, shift the weight over towards the left leg, sink the hips. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, shift the weight over towards the left leg. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, shift the weight over and hold. Keep breathing. Good. On your next inhale, come back to center and bring the hands back onto the mat. Heel toe that foot back onto your mat so it's to the outside of your left hand. This time the toes are pointing forward. From here, we'll go ahead and do some lizard push-ups. And what that looks like is we're just bending the elbows and lowering the chest to the mat. Good. Then we're pressing the hands into the mat, lengthen the arms, lifting the chest. Good. We'll do two more. Bend the elbows and lower the chest. And then press the hands. Press yourself up. One more. Bend the elbows and lower the chest. This time we'll hold here for 2 breaths. One more breath. Good. Slowly press yourself up and tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, press the right hand into the mat, reach the left hand up towards the sky, open the chest up. Good. On the next exhale, lower the left hand back to the mat, and then step this left foot back, coming into a high plank, and then lift the hips up for downward dog. One breath. Good. On the next exhale, lower the knees. Tabletop pose. Extend the right leg back, tuck the toes, and then lift the right leg up this time. Good. Keep that right foot flexed. And on the next inhale, stack the right hip over the left. Exhale to lower and level. Inhale to lift and stack. Exhale to lower and level. Good. One more. Inhale. Stack that right hip. Exhale to lower and level. Bend the right knee. Bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. And then we'll heel toe that right foot out about 45 degrees. Good. Lift yourself up. Bring the hands to the hips. Tuck the tail. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, shift the weight over towards the right leg. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, shift the weight. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, shift the weight and hold. One more breath. Good. Slowly come back to center and bring your hands back to the mat. Heel toe that right foot back to the outside of the right hand. Good. From here, we'll do those lizard push-ups. Make sure this left hip is stacked over the left knee. Good. So bending the elbows, lowering the chest. And then pressing the hands into the mat, lengthening the arms, lifting the chest. Good. Two more. Bend the elbows, lower the chest, and then press yourself up. One more. Bend the elbows, lower the chest, holding here for 2 breaths. Good. Slowly press yourself up. Good. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Press the left hand into the mat. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. Open the chest. On the next exhale, lower the right hand back to the mat. Right foot steps back for a high plank. Inhale, slightly shift forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower yourself as slowly as possible onto the mat. Untuck your toes, anchor through the hands and the feet. Inhale to lift the head and chest up into a baby cobra. Exhale, pass through tabletop, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. 2 breaths. Good. Slowly lower the knees onto the mat and make your way into a seated position, facing the long way, facing the long side of your mat. Bend the knees and bring them a little bit wider than hip width. Bring the hands behind you for support, and then we'll do some windshield wipers here. Rocking the knees side to side. And the next time that the hips, or not the hips, but the next time that the knees are over towards the right side, go ahead and sit up tall and square the shoulders with the short end of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold over that right leg. You have the option to come onto your forearms, or you can make fists with your hands and stack them and rest your forehead on your top fist. One more breath. And slowly begin to press yourself up. Bring the hands behind you for support. Lift the knees back up to center and then drop them over towards the opposite side. Same thing here where you're sitting up nice and tall, squaring the shoulders with the short end of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to fold over. One more breath. Good. Slowly lift yourself up. Bring the knees back to center. And then make your way into a comfortable seated position, whether it's a kneeling position or with the legs crossed in front of you. Anchor through the sit bones, sit up nice and tall, close the eyes here. And then very slowly lower the left ear towards the left shoulder. Feeling a nice stretch along the right side of the neck. And slowly lift the head up to center and lower the right ear towards the right shoulder. Lift the head back up to center very slowly. Keep the eyes closed. Bring the shoulders up to the ears and slide them down the back. One more time. Take the shoulders up to the ears. Slide them down the back. Good. We have reached the end of our practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you very soon. From my heart to yours. Namaste.